Work. Oh my God, it told me.
Hello, my spooky fans and Swifties, and welcome to the most ultimate, I guess, unholy encounter again. With me, your host, Samara Hex Di'Angelo. Tonight, I have a treat for you all. Our guest is not only a club icon, but also a phenomenal Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter illusionist. And also, I'll let you know, I didn't put this part in the notes. It's also my drag sister from Orlando. I told you I have close friends, but I call them all sisters at this point.
Love
But
it.
not only is she that, but she also just won OTR Are You the One this year. Please give a fiery welcome to my sister, Jenda Envy.
Hello. Hey, Tifa.
How are you?
I'm feeling fierce. Loving the day.
I'm loving this outfit. Can we see the full look of it?
Yes, I'm giving Zoom realness. This is like so from like here up, it looks normal. I figured it'd be cute to wear the kiss marks. In Zoom realness, it is a dress and jeans.
I like that though.
Because you can't see the bottom half of me, but
It
now you
fit,
can.
it fits for like Taylor vibes too. So
Yeah. Gives very 2006.
meant to tell you before I go into that first question. I love that fucking kiss mark. I really do. Because when I saw it when Serena, I was like, yes, I see it.
I love it. You know what is really funny about that tattoo? I got it the day before Short and Sweet had come out because
Really?
I was on a cruise when Short and Sweet came out and we had like barely any Wi-Fi. And I remember like the only way I was going to be able to hear it, the day it came out, it just so happened that like we were getting to a stop and then we like left. And I was like, okay, we're getting to land. I have this much Wi-Fi to download this album. And so I did, but I just when an album is like released or teased, I can tell based on the vibes if it's gonna be like an album or like life altering. And I
Yeah.
was like, Short and Sweet seems like that album. I'm like, Short and Sweet seems like it's gonna do something to me. And so I got this tattoo literally 24 hours before I heard the album. And then I heard the album the day after, and I was like, I'm so happy I got that tattoo.
See, everybody's living for like short and sweet. I like short and sweet, and I'm just honestly, is it just me? But one of my girls, I didn't like her album this year, really, because it only had 2-minute songs that I could barely do, which
You know
was
what? But
Charlie's. Yeah.
it's like it's that's the shortness. That look it's sweet, but damn is it short. That's it's nice though. I feel like if a song is like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I have an excuse to add one more.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that part you gotta do like mixing with it.
Yeah, I love opening with a good like I love opening with taste and then doing literally whatever the fuck after. And Juno is perfect.
Yes.
Juno was a perfect song.
I think I was trying to do Charlie this year, and I'm like, okay, what songs can I do that I can mix?
Yeah. I feel like I love Charlie. I've been trying to do her more, but I feel like I'm always a blonde.
Yeah,
So,
they're always like to me, they're like, I need you to do Charlie or Kim Petras because they're like, I guess like that's who I wanted to honestly, I wanted to do Kim if I was gonna do OTR. Are you the one? I
mhm.
wanted to do Turn Off the Light because that's what have fit to, like Samara's vibe.
Oh, that's a good choice. I feel like, hold on, we should get into the interview before I start talking.
Yeah,
I'd love to go.
I find out with like with friends I conversate more and go off topic. Like you should have saw me like the other interview I recently did with my one of my like drag sisters and I was like .com. I know we're going a lot off topic, but now I know why our interview is almost 2 hours.
But like, that makes it with a fun interview.
Yes. So winning OTR Are You the One is a huge deal and you've gained a whole new level of recognition since then. Now, when you walk into OTR, are fans cheering for you like the main event of
Um,
the night, or how does that make you feel?
I think winning it hasn't made me feel, to be honest, that much different. I think I went into the competition with a specific mindset of like, look, Taylor Swift is not a lot of people's tea. And I have to just be like, okay with that, and that's chilling. But I feel like now I at least feel more confident to go out to clubs. I think beforehand, and I think even now I'm a big I deal with imposter syndrome fiercely. It's kind of hard to like go to clubs and talk to different drag queens and really like I don't know hold space.
Yes.
Um, because I feel like it's it's a lot of energy you got to put out, and it's also like I don't know, there's a level of confidence that you have to go into a room. And now that I've won the title, I feel confident going into a room, but that imposter syndrome is also like still there. I
I
feel
bet it
like it's
must feel
changed
like when
enough.
you walk into Renaissance, they're probably just like, Jenda's right there.
I feel like I think it's like a little bit of that and a little bit of like I don't know. I just try to go in there and pretend I'm a normal person, even though I'm just like fake Taylor Swift. And
Mhm.
I just if people come and like, oh my God, girl Jenda's right there, then I'm like, oh, stop.
I
Yeah,
think with you pulled it off with like we'll go into it more with like are you the one questions, but I feel like you've honestly it felt like what me and Cameron were watching, it felt like we were watching literally Eras Tour happen all over again right there on the stage. That's what I
I
kept saying.
I'm so glad. I really was like, I really just needed the people who had never like experienced the Eras Tour like that to really experience the Eras Tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
You pulled it off really well too. Like that choreo, all of that like lip syncing that you did, the costume, everything came together.
Thank you, thank you. I try, I try.
So do you think this kind of reception has changed how you see yourself and your art?
Um, yes and no. I think the way I see myself in my art, I don't know, I feel like I I went into the competition kind of with like a little bit more of a sense of trying to show people what I can do. I felt like I think before the competition, I whether it was like actually said or not, I couldn't tell if it was like actually people talking. I think it was like a mix of both, to be honest, but I couldn't tell if people were like limiting me to just being the Taylor Swift girl, which hey, look, no shame. But I really wanted to go into the competition and like do everything I could possible to be like, yeah, I like Taylor Swift. Let's not also forget these are all of the things I can do. I put all of this together. I can do all of, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, because I've
And so I
seen you
feel
do
like,
a lot of not only just Taylor, but Sabrina too. I've seen you do I don't know. The last performance I saw you do was probably Sabrina Carpenter last time I saw you at
yeah.
Mannequins.
Look, I love my blondes. What can I say?
Yeah.
Love a girl with a blonde and a bang. Um,
Is it too bad I'm gonna ask for a Kim Petras number pretty soon?
hey, look, you know what? I have a couple. I have Icy in my tool belt. Would love to do Clarity. I think Clarity is a super agenda song. Yeah.
I see you doing like the winter kind of like vibes. Like that album is like, ooh, that's album hard to pick from.
Yeah. I love a good song that feels like if it feels pink or like sparkly, love it. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
So
I
you
think
more
Clarity
like
is
the
such a cute
glam
song.
colors where it's pink and all of those like sparkly colors.
Yeah, I think I want something that kind of gives like rather than like fierce and hot, I always try to give like cute and hot. You know what I mean?
I feel that for you.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so look, we've got a lot to dive in, so let's get into it. We have Hell, Fire. Okay, I messed up. Well, good luck. We have
It
editing.
happens.
No, because I messed up because I'm thinking about Hellfire viewing party. That's why.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
rerun. All right, look, we've got a lot to dive into today, so let's get into it. It's time for what I like to call Inferno Revelations.
Oh.
So you're at OTR.
Okay.
You've just done your presentation,
Okay.
showed off your album with incredible talent.
Okay.
Did you have a moment where you thought, this is my night?
Um, okay. I think okay, a little part of me did. I think a little part of me went, I've worked way too hard on this.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna take it. But I mean, you can tell in the video, it wasn't that I was blindsided. I think I go into every competition with the expectation of putting as much work as I need to win.
Yeah.
In most, if not all times, that's my all. But I kind of get to the end, and when I'm there, I try to go like, this could go to anyone. This like it could be mine, whether I feel it should be mine or not.
Mm.
Look, every single person I was competing against was like, I was like getting on FaceTime calls with my friends before the competition, like as I'm talking to my designers and whatever. And it's like, I was talking to my friends being like, fuck, I really have to compete next to Zeta. Fuck, like Slay Lonnie's right there. Fuck, like it would just get like the list. Like I would be like, oh, and Ginger, and then oh, Fanny. And it would be like, I think I had like a little moment where I was like, I have a dress with my face on it. But then I was also like, they ate that. So
Mhm.
I kind of at that moment, at least right before I did win, I was kind of like, I think it's me. I could also see it not being me.
Do you want me to tell you what I saw from my audience, girl?
I would love to.
Okay, so honestly, when looking at all those performances again, yes, Fanny had a good opening, but honestly, I feel like it should have honestly been between Zeta. I wanted to see step out of his like their comfort zone, honestly. So that's why he was in third ranking for me. I haven't seen literally Kitty do Sabrina yet, so that's why she was second, and then it was honestly always going to be you first.
Let me say, hearing that Kitty was going to do Sabrina was life altering. I was like, oh shit. I was like, so, and it was right after me, so I could literally like finish my number and then leave and then be like, now I get to watch Sabrina Carpenter. We're back. Um, I don't know, like honestly, everything that happened that night, like I've toyed with like the list in my head, and every single person there was like really, really crazy. Like it was really a stacked night. I really am excited of like everyone put their all into it this year. I'm excited to see what next year brings because
Well,
usually
I'm
when
trying to
competitions
compete next
happen,
year, but I'm not gonna tell anybody what I'm doing yet. You're the only one that's gonna know, Jenda.
oh my God. I'm a good secret holder, trust.
Like I told you, you already know what I'm gonna plan to do. It's one of the artists I mentioned before we started the interview.
Yes.
Okay, so what was it like seeing the entire club cheering you on, not just in the moment, but afterwards, seeing all the love you received on social media too?
I was like, well, I was okay, one, just to like one be like annoying. I was like, I got these bitches to like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yes. But then I feel like the second half after it was kind of like I had kind of gotten so worked up about the actual performance. That whole thing that I did was kind of like my dream. Um, like in concept and practice, like that's the performance I've always wanted to do. And I was so stressed, I think, about not only proving people wrong in the way that they thought about me, but also respecting my favorite album and my favorite song and doing it exactly how I wanted to do.
So your
That,
favorite album is Reputation.
huh?
It is Reputation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, I think for me, it was kind of like I didn't even think about winning at all. Like I mean, I thought about how bad I wanted to win and I needed the win, but I didn't think about like, okay, I won. What happens after? Like I didn't think about that at all because I was kind of like, I just need to make sure that I respect the album and put as much effort as I possibly can. And
Mhm.
so when I saw all these people like really, really respond to it and understand it and get excited about it, it was it was insane. Because I was like, oh my God, wait, I didn't know that. Like the reaction kind of mixed with like the hard work made me go like, oh damn, like this is really, really sick.
Yeah. It feels like amazing when people like you're hearing those cheers and being like I worked so hard for this, and now I'm getting recognition for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's also like it's nice to win over a demographic who wouldn't normally like pick your performance.
Hmm.
It was like nice. And that's like no shade. I'm best friends with a lot of not Taylor Swift fans, but it's fun. I feel like it's I'm a very competitive person. I play Mario Party deadass every night.
Yeah.
And I love a good competition. I thought it was fun that the people I was performing for didn't really like they don't have the same music taste as me. And I
Mhm.
was like, okay, let's see what we can do. Let's cook something up.
Well,
Yeah.
here we are, and let's talk about what this means for your career. A win like this has got to open so many doors. What's it been processing all the opportunities, possibilities that have come to you since then?
Well, for one, I feel like I've gotten so much, I've gotten so many opportunities doing this, but I feel like a lot of the opportunities that I do have and I've built are honestly, like I feel like the competition of being the one helped push me, but I don't think it like started a lot of those things. Like I've been working with Hamburger Mary's since January of last year, maybe even earlier. I've been putting a lot of work into the stuff that I do, and I'm really appreciative of this win because there's so much more I'm going to be able to do this year now that it's nice to have a title so that I can be like, I'm a drag queen and I'm an award-winning one.
I can
It's
imagine like that's gonna help you be on that OTR like main stage for those events too, even after like their regular shows.
I'm so excited. I really hope that I can do everything I possibly can. I'm never the one to overstep, but like I'm always ready. I always want to do stuff. I'm always like being creative. I hate standing still. Hate it. I love kind of like doing absolutely as much as I can. Um, I don't know. I'm really like appreciative and super excited about this title. I can't wait. I don't even know what it's gonna do for the next year. It's only January. Um, and hey, February, I may not have a boyfriend, but I love the color pink and I love hearts. So I'm excited to see what next month holds, let alone this year.
Hey, February, you don't need a Valentine, just that you can stand by yourself right now.
I don't need a Valentine. I just need to go into like a mall.
Yeah, I was about to say I can tell you a relationship, you have your good days and you have your bad days.
Trust. Yeah.
So I want to dive in to the presentation look you served that night because I love that look personally, and I'm still like I need a newspaper like kind of outfit thanks to that. So what was your thought process while putting it together?
Um, so I feel like my entire competition package kind of like I wanted everything to be an Easter egg. I wanted it not only to feel like the Eras Tour, but I wanted people who saw my performance and saw my package to really understand what it's like to be a fan of Taylor Swift. I
Hmm.
feel like the competition is all about like representing yourself as much as it is representing the album. And um I wanted people to dig for stuff. I wanted them to like get excited and I wanted there to be like I wanted it to be cryptic and I wanted there to be details and I wanted to say things without saying things and I wanted to say things in people's faces and I wanted it to be super super like fun. I wanted it to be like an experience for everyone that it was kind of like interactive. And the first thought I had was I knew that the presentation had to kind of look like the album and I was like I don't want to just wear a sweater on stage.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, what if I did like a dress covered in like newspaper? And I was like, oh, that'd be really, really sick. And then I started toying with the idea of like, wait a second, what if I made the newspaper say my name? What if I made the newspaper say my name and have my face on it? Because thank God she's here. Um, the album has her name on it,
True.
all that stuff. And I was like,
And
Uh,
especially the newspapers like that came out after it made sense. I'm still mad I didn't get one. I'm still because I was up on
hey,
the
I'll print more.
rafters.
Um, it was kind of an idea of like I wanted a storyline.
Mhm.
Um, I knew anesthesia was going to be competing, and the reason I kind of did everything was because anesthesia is so conceptual, and she's so smart. She's able to put together a storyline that's really like clear in a way that like I'm not gonna understand it until I go home and go, holy shit, that was cunt. Like anesthesia's such like a visionary, and I was really like scared and inspired by her because I was like, I really want to make sure that I have just as clear as a story. I want my concepts and I want like where we start in this competition to like have an arc to where I ended it. So I made it on purpose that my outfit was black and white. I knew that my album was going to be projected on the screens, which is black and white. I have red lipstick on, so it immediately draws attention to my face. And then my idea was obviously I ripped the little paper out of my dress that looks just like my dress, and I rip it because my idea was like I don't want people's perception of who I am or who I should be or what they limit me to be like just that. I wanted to like rip it. I don't care what people think. I'm gonna do everything I want to do, whether it's basic or really, really cool. I don't care. I'm me. Um, and the idea was that like I kind of ripped my dress, therein shedding my reputation, and then right afterwards, everyone got to see the newspaper full of shitty things that people said about me that I have since not cared about and like shed it off. So that was kind of like the plot. I was like, well, I'll wear the dress, I'll rip the paper, then everyone else will get the paper and I'm not wearing it anymore. And now, kind of like in storyline or an arc, right when I start my talent number, the entire audience is now black and white because they're all holding my newspapers. And they're all now reading all the stuff that they're saying about me and like they're now talking to each other about it and they're now gossiping and they're going, "Oh, have you seen that?" And it kind of starts to like world build in real time the kind of energy and the tenseness I wanted to have in that room so that when I do come out and the lights are bright red and I have bright red snakes on me, it instantly pulls attention and it kind of like sonically rips that paper and rips those newspapers. Yeah.
And then it sets you up for when you go into your talent number. I'm skipping. You know what? Let's talk about because we already touched on to like this. So let's talk about the performance and stuff. What was the process like planning to practicing and finally getting on stage and performing it since that's where we are right now?
So it was like a long process, expensive one too, trust. We only had 3 weeks to do everything.
Hmm.
And that was like that was a crazy 3 weeks. I think we got the announcement that the competition was happening 1 month before it actually did. I had just like really hoped that I was gonna get a spot. I was like, I have to. I kind of like went into delusion. I was like, I'm getting a spot, period.
Yes.
And I had the week before I even knew I was in it, I just started buying shit. I was like, we're gonna just buy it. Like just do it. We're gonna start making the stuff now. And then the week after when I got the call, I was like, one, thank God I got a week of extra work. Thank God I preemptively started buying shit because now we're a week ahead. But I have to say, like, most of my thanks go to my dancers and Hamburger Marys, especially for giving me so many resources to do everything. That production is a lot of work. And
Yes.
while it was a group effort, it was a team effort. I did a lot of it myself, trust, and I'll gladly take the flowers for that. But a lot of the dancing and the rehearsal times, three of our dancers lived one area and the other three lived an hour away from the first three. So every single time we wanted to rehearse, like four of us would drive an hour one way. Then the next time, the other four of us would drive an hour the other way. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of time. Um, and then Hamburger Mary's, they helped me get all of my outfits. They helped me like make sure my outfits were as gorgeous as they needed to be. They helped me rhinestone. We had also done the Taylor Swift Eras Tour tribute show before that, so we kind of had like a rough sketch of what we wanted our the performance to kind of look like.
Yeah.
And I've again been dreaming of this since 2017 when this album dropped. So I kind of knew exactly what I wanted it to look like too. So it was easy to work with such like nice creatives and hardworking creatives who could understand my vision and understand what I was doing and do it their way and in a perfect way. Everything turned out exactly how I wanted it to be. And
Yeah, because everything for me, it looked like a concert kind of like vibe. And I'm just like, where the fuck did Jenda get all these fucking stuff from?
well,
I'm
it
just
was
like,
nice
am I
'cause
just watching Taylor like all over at a Taylor concert right now?
I love it. I am so glad you said that. I really just wanted it to feel like a concert. I wanted you to feel like, oh my God, we're seeing Taylor Swift. And it was honestly, I think I liked the idea that I did of all the past genders because it kind of made like planning it easier. Um, One, I already have a lot of those outfits because I wore them. So I could just kind of give them to my dancers and say, honestly, like my dancers need so much credit for the amount of rhinestoning they did for free. Like I gave them their outfits and I said, "This is what you're wearing, rhinestone it." And they said, "Do you care?" And I said, "Girl, I don't give a fuck. Just make it sparkly." Um, and they did. My friend Madison, she was the first time I ever performed at OTR was OTR and she dressed up as that one. And she took my jacket that I originally wore and rhinestoned old Jenda on the back.
Oh,
And I thought that was really cute and it was nice. It was a team effort and it really felt like everyone could pitch in with their own ideas. It's also fun because it's a concept of like all of the old people I've been before. So Bella Thorne is one of my dancers. So it's fun where it's like it's not just like Taylor Swift that we're also going into the history of. We're also going to the history of like me and Bella Thorne. Like Mariah, who danced as Bella Thorne, could literally do anything. I was like, girl, as long as you look like Bella Thorne and kind of me, we're chilling. So it was fun.
I
Everyone
think
could
that's
kind of
what
like
brought
build a
that
character.
performance to life was not only you brung Taylor, but you brung who you are, like as a drag artist.
Yeah, I really wanted to like show off every facet of myself I possibly could. I wanted to be like, I'm not, guys, I'm not just Taylor. I'm a good one, and you can see on stage I'm lip syncing
Yeah.
Taylor. It's great, but it was also kind of like every choice I made was like calculated.
Mhm.
Um, every single one of my dancers were dressed up as versions of me that were not Taylor Swift on purpose because I wanted to be like, well, if everyone, whether people have said it or not, I don't know. But if everyone's gonna think that I'm just Taylor Swift, or if I'm gonna say that to myself, I need to prove and be like, no, guys, I've actually not been. Here are six dancers I have, all dressed up as me, who are not Taylor Swift. And then so it's kind of just like I guess it was like a catch 22. I don't know the definition of that, but I think that's what it was.
I think it
Anyways,
was Catch 22. You had like Taylor slash Shinda.
yeah, I wanted it to feel like I don't know. I wanted it to feel like a new storyline.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So when you get home that night, no, I'm skipping. Then the moment of truth, what was going through your head when Mikey calls your name and you're crowned?
The first thing I remember, one, was walking out. I had my glasses on because I can't see without my glasses. And fun fact, if you ever see me bow for a drag night, and
Hmm.
we do the numbers, I can't see anytime I'm performing. I want the world to know if I ever make awkward eye contact to you for a long period of time and I don't have glasses on, I don't know I'm looking at you. Guarantee you. But whenever I come on for bows, I always put my glasses on because I want to see the audience. Um, so I remember I walked out. I remember I could actually see everyone for the first time, other than like past the front row and my mom and dad. And I remember being like, holy shit, this is crazy. And then at that point, I kind of was like prepping myself for the best and the worst. I was like, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And honestly, I mean, and in my head, I was like, what's the worst? One of my friends wins. Like, congrats. Like, best, kind of like,
That's all
I
you can
lost,
do in that
didn't
moment is
really.
say congratulations to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any person there could have won, and I would have been so excited. I feel like all of the people I got to compete against. I know on Drag Race, everyone's like, get rid of the big competition, but it does feel good to get to win against really good competition. I mean, everyone there was so like so talented and so creative. The first thing I remember was right after, well, Zeta won, and I freaked out. Love Zeta. Zeta's amazing. And then after Zeta won, I remember as Mikey was doing that kind of like, and the winner is long pause. Ginger grabs my leg and kind of like grabbed it and like caressed it for a second, and not in a weird way, like pats on and
Yeah.
stuff, but in like a friend way. And I was like, oh, thank God. And that was really sweet because Ginger Ginger gave me the touch of like she knew I won. And I was like, that was the first moment where I went, I won, was when Ginger touched my leg. I went, I won. Because at that point I was like, it really could have gone to anyone. The moment that Ginger really like kind of told me without telling me, I was like, oh shit, wait, this is serious.
Hmm.
And that happened, and then immediately I won, and I was kind of like in shock because I had kind of just been told, and then I had just actually been told, and I was like, and all I could do was like fall down, put my head in my hands, cry for a second, and just take a moment and be like, wow, I did this. And then I got up, and the first person I saw was Fanny, and one, so sweet. I think Fanny looked at me and she went, it's okay. And I went, and then I got up and I was like, you know what, Fanny, like, I think about that time so vividly for like winning and stuff. But the way Fanny looked at me and went, it's okay. I could have sobbed harder. It's like when you're like sad and someone goes, are you okay? And you just like break. I was like, oh shit. Um, then it was kind of just like react. Then I was like, well, now I won. Now I'm just gonna now I can kind of live in the moment. At that
And
point,
now you have
everything
the
I'd been
crown.
stressing about was done.
I was about to say, now you have the crown too to show for it.
Yeah. Now it's like it's over. You know what I mean? It was, I don't know, I think those like 30 seconds between me finding out I won and like right after winning
Hmm.
were a crazy 30 seconds. Big, very pivotal. I haven't told Fanny about that either. She's so sweet though. She is so nice. I vividly remember her looking at me and being like, "It's okay. We're so proud of you." And I'm like, oh, "Fanny, thank God for being here." And then I got up.
Fanny is so nice. I saw her the other night
Oh,
at like
nice.
Wednesday's anniversary, so
Yes.
and I'm like I think me and Sense are actually talking about like you and being like, why is Jenda not here? Because it was me, Fanny, Jenda, not no, not Jenda, Sench, E. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were all just like, where is our girl? Because we thought you were gonna come the anniversary night. We didn't know that she weren't gonna be performing that night.
No, the anniversary night, as in like last week,
Yeah.
I just had a fuck ton of homework. Let's also know, not to give myself flowers, through all of this, I've been doing college. I've been doing college on top of this. So,
What's your major, by the way?
communications, with a performing arts minor, parentheses, I like to talk and I like to talk fun.
And you're
So,
a sophomore, junior, senior?
I think I'm a sophomore. I think in credits, I'm a sophomore.
I always thought me and you were like close to the same age because I'm 25. I just graduated with marketing degree in 2023.
I I started college, I think 2 years ago. I I turned 21 this year.
I
Yippee.
never thought, I really thought literally you were, you must be like one of my youngest like friends. Besides like, no, yeah, because Cam's younger than me. I think it's you and probably, I think Justice is about the same age as you, if I'm not for sure.
It's fun. I like going to clubs and getting the little X and then, I get my little Shirley Temple and, it's great. By the end of the night, everyone's like mildly tipsy, maybe even drunk, and I'm just like,
I
"Hey guys."
feel that. Yeah,
It's funny, I've been doing drag
you
for
should
like,
see me and not promoting alcohol, but you should see me and Tree and Kalia on a usual like Thursday. We're literally smoking outside.
oh yeah, well, love that. But I mean, who said that?
Hey, I have a medical card now, so I can't get caught
Well,
for
I
it.
need to get one of those, trust.
So when you get home that night after finding out that you just won, after all the excitement, what are you feeling? And did you finally let yourself have that good sob that you wanted on that stage?
No, I think I hadn't cried since. I think I really just like it kind of happened and I was such in shock, but it was happy shock. So I kind of didn't really I think honestly what happened is I reacted and went, "Thank God it's done."
Yeah.
I think I went, "Thank God." Because and it's about time because the day before I performed, I remember being on the phone with Zeta and being like, "Girl, don't you just want this to be done?" And she went, "Yeah." And I went, "Exactly." The day right after I did it, I went home to I actually didn't go home. I went to my friend Reese's place,
Mhm.
which go follow Reese, Glamour Reese on Instagram. That's gonna be brunette me. Um and anyways, I went to Reese's place and the first thing we did was sat down and I literally said, I don't want to fucking see a video. I want to see it in full at once. And we sat down, we watched the video, and we just like kind of screamed. I kind of reacted to the video like I was in front row because I had not seen it yet. Like we did not do a dress rehearsal. We had 4 or 5 rehearsal days, and the day we practiced on the stage that morning. Um, and then we didn't even have costume on. I did 4 out of 6 girls' makeup out of everyone there. I did everyone. I like was whipping them out. Um, and so I really didn't get to see anything.
Yeah.
Um, Even when I was making my dress, I never got to try it on in drag beforehand. I didn't try out my hair. Everything was kind of like I'm a very visual person and I think a lot. If
Hold
I'm
on,
ever
Jenda.
quiet, I'm
Pause that
thinking.
thought because roommates are being loud. Just pause that thought for just one
Yes.
moment. So you see the performance at home. How does it feel?
At home, I see the performance, I freak out. Okay, if you've ever watched a drag show with Reese, you know exactly how fun watching a drag show with Reese is.
Mhm.
It like it is exhilarating because Reese gets dragged the same way I do, and we both scream at the same shit. Whether it's like stupid or like iconic. And it was so fun because I could you could hear Reese reacting in the video that Reese recorded, and you could hear Reese reacting like live. It
Yeah.
was it was like such an experience, and it just made me so happy. I was like, I really got to see it all in full and see all the work had paid off, and I was like, damn, I really did that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was also like it was the first time I've ever spent that much money on something like that. It's the first time I've ever worked so hard on a project like that. It was kind of like a first in a lot of different ways. I'd never done anything like that. I'd never done a pageant. Like, I really said, OTR You the One is going to be my first pageant because this seems like a pageant that's in my wheelhouse.
Hmm.
This seems like something that, like, display an album, mama.
And I
Me.
think when I saw you at Mannequins, I'm just like, I have to give my sister her flowers because I'm just like, I still can't get that performance out of my head. And I'm just like, surprisingly, well, fans know this, but surprisingly, Jenda, I will tell you, we do have the same favorite Taylor album.
Thank God. You taste.
Yes, I think one of my favorite songs, I'll send you the video, but I did it in a pageant. I did something bad with like Kendall with like dark wings showing
Love
Samara's like
that.
true story.
That is a great song to do that to. Oh, see, I get so excited when I see Taylor Swift and other queens do it. I'm peak audience member. I'm number one person to react. Oh, that's everything. So glad that you like Reputation.
See, I would
I
pull Reputation off again with that performance. The problem is my wings broke after that shit. That was 2 years ago.
Hey, you know what? But it's fine. Then you just figure out something else for I did something bad. You cook up new ideas.
Yes.
Yeah. Fun fact, if anyone's wondering, Miss Allegra, lover girl. Loves leather. I get a text every 2 business days from Allegra telling me how much she likes False God by Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Yeah. It's great.
I'm sorry, the old gentleman can't come to the phone right now. Why? Oh, 'cause she's dead. Dude, look what you just made me do.
Well, you've had so many iconic looks since I've known you, and I thought we'd do something fun. Let's play a game called Name That Look. I'll show you 9 of your most memorable looks, and you'll give us the tea on them, what
Okay.
inspired them, how they came together, and what they mean to you.
Can't wait.
Before that, though, fans, I am going to take a 5-minute break for me and Jenda just for a moment. Starting in five, four, three, two. We are at the game Name That Look. And Jenda, do you remember what
Uh,
to do?
yes.
What do you think about this one?
Okay, so this was actually my first my no, this was my second OTR ever. This one was fun. This one was the deepest live. And I said, I have to be here. Because do you know what is really funny? When I heard about OTR, it was because they were doing a Taylor Swift night. And they did it twice. And I didn't go to either because I found out about them
Oh,
because of the Taylor Swift night. And so I didn't get to go. Because I saw them, I was like, they're doing a Taylor Swift night. And I was like, girl, now I can't go. Because I just didn't have enough time. This was like, I guess a couple weeks, maybe even a month, maybe one or two after. I remember being like, a night about impersonating famous celebrities? Sign me up. And so this was the second time I ever performed. This was actually the night that I had met Ginger Rail and Fanny for the first time.
really?
Yes. I could be wrong and lying out of my ass, but I think that this was also both of their first nights doing drag too.
I
I
think
could
you
also
got,
be
when
crazy.
did you, when did, I think we're gonna get into it later, but when did you start? Because I think Kalia was the one of the first people that came up after me. Yeah,
When
because
did I
I met
start?
her that second time I did Twisted Tuesday.
I did drag. I started doing drag 3 years ago, which is actually like which is silly because I'm 20, but I started doing drag in high school,
So
like
when did you start doing the Orlando scene?
in high school. So
High
I
school?
basically what ended up happening was I was 18 my senior year, and that meant I could go to clubs. So I kind of we'll get more into it later, but I kind
Yeah.
of this job just kind of fell into my slap a little bit.
I think with
Yeah.
me, the first time I met you was probably mannequins. That was probably my sec because I did it I've been doing drag almost coming up 5 years, but keep in mind the first two were in North Carolina, then it was here. So,
Yeah. That's fierce.
well, let's move on to our second look. We have
Oh, I performed Bejeweled in that, if anyone was wondering. That
Bejeweled
was
and
the, yeah. This one, okay, this one is fun. This one we did, this was a photo shoot. This was taken by my friend Alex, Alex Alfaro. Let me get that Instagram real quick, actually, because trust, I'm gonna get my people who work with me, they're gonna get their flowers. Let me tell you something. Alex.
And don't worry, fans. All the links that Jenda sends me, I will be posting it in the description later on.
This is alexan.jpg. Um, amazing photographer. Amazing. I went to high school with Alex. Alex was actually my co-historian when I was in theater, because theater kid. And Alex is so funny. Alex is probably like one of the wittiest people. Alex won't tell you because I don't know if Alex would tell you actually, but Alex is really witty. I feel like I'm always like having a fun time hanging out with Alex. Anyways, amazing creative. We did AP art together as well. And she's just so talented. And so she goes to Ringling College right now. And I was like, Diva, you're back for like I think this was like this had to have been during some type of like break. I think it was like fall break or something. Like
Mhm.
right when we had a time of like she was coming back home and I was like, we should do a photo shoot. This was right around the time that Please, Please, Please came out. Um, And yeah, we made that bustier the same day. You can tell because the glue still hasn't dried yet in the photos. Um,
Do you still
and
have that outfit? Did you ever like renew it?
um, I think I have it. I don't think I've renewed it. I need to because it was cute.
Hmm.
I just haven't used it. I think the way we did it, the heart was kind of like poking into my skin, and I was like, this is a little uncomfortable, but it was really, really cute. And I mean, I have so many Sabrina Carpenter outfits now. But I really like this one. I still have this one. Me and Alex were on our kitchen table like rhinestoning it before we left the house.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I love this look. I can't like until you said something, I couldn't even notice the glue.
yeah. I I can see kind of almost a lot of the details. You can also tell in this photo that it was starting to rain because all of my curls are slowly falling out.
Hmm.
Um, but girl, I was mugging and my hair looked great in this photo anyways, so I'll take it.
Well, we have next this one.
This one was taken by Felix. Hold on. Let me see. Felix Photography. Um this one we actually did three photos here. I love this one because this one was my Tortured Poets Department kind of like photo shoot mashed with Jenda Envy if she did the Tortured Poets Department.
Hmm.
Um so instead of going like full gray, I wanted to kind of give like wistful and like I wanted to give tortured, but in less of a like in less of the Taylor Swift way and more of the like this is gonna sound like Taylor Swift, but in Jenda Envy font. The like longing and the softness of I don't know. I wanted it to feel very like, oh no. Oh, devastating. Oh. Yeah, I just wanted to feel like soft. I think this was also an important photo shoot for me because I this was the first time I ever took like photos that I knew I was going to send out to a lot of like employers
Yeah.
or like a lot of like just drag things. This was the first time that I took photos that were like meant for I'm doing a brunch, put this photo up. I'm doing X, Y, and Z, put this photo up. I'm doing X like this was the first time I had serious photos. Yeah. Big
Yeah,
moment. I still use them.
those photo shoots are really I think I have one scheduled like coming up with like Morgan and I'm just like I had to recreate my gender fluid like demon look and I'm just like I'm doing
And
okay.
I have a secret photo shoot coming out this I have a secret photo shoot this week, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. So stay tuned.
Well, fans, I know this video is probably going to get posted for you guys probably after the photo shoot, but if you want to follow Jenda, she'll be announcing it during the interview later on, but
Hey, I don't even get control over when I get to talk about it, actually.
no, you're
So
good because like I said to the
y'all see it
fans,
at some point.
this video is gonna release probably like during February.
Oh, Fierce. Well, I don't even think you're gonna be able to see it in February. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, fans, you
You'll
hear that?
see,
You need to
actually.
follow Jenda and you'll see the
Uh,
photos there.
yes, yes. And I'm gonna be posting photos up leading to it, so it's not like I'm
I
not
think
gonna
one of the
log
things
y'all.
before I do move on to the next photo that I do like that you did, you hid all of your stuff from the grid and did exactly what Taylor did when she announced her album.
Oh, trust. I wanted it to be so. That's what I meant by delusional. Like, I wanted it to be like Taylor Swift. What was fun about that competition was the anniversary. I think it was sixth anniversary, which, by the way, Reputation is Taylor Swift's sixth album.
Hmm.
May have been seventh. I think I could also be crazy. Um, November 10th was the anniversary. And that was 3 days before the actual pageant, which, by the way, the pageant was on November 13th. 13 is Taylor Swift's lucky number.
Hmm.
So I was like, we're blacking out my entire Instagram on the anniversary of Reputation. And then we're going to post three snakes leading up to it to be like, oh, this is drama. I saw that that date was like, it just happened to be 3 days before. And I was like, oh, the stars are aligned. The stars are aligned. I've like, that's why I got so excited about it because I got to do every single thing I've always wanted to. Like, and the timing, the like dates, all the stars aligned. Quote the Taylor Swift lyric, all the stars aligned.
Well, let's move on to our fourth look of the evening. We have this one. No. Well, you're not going to pull up how I want you to. We're going to have to zoom out so Jenda can see that over there. There you go.
Love this photo. Big fan. What I don't like about this photo, I only have one gripe, and it's that I'm not wearing nails in this. But I'm not wearing nails right now. So if you ever see me without nails and you clock it, you're homophobic.
Mhm.
But um
Girl, no, you're fine. Like you've seen me. Most of my drag is gender fluids. I barely wear nails in the first place.
I really want to. I think I just get like girl. Um I love this photo. This was for the Plaza Live. This was for Wicked Hot Productions. Wicked Hot Events. Wicked Hot Events. And I think it was Valerie Von Voss, who I talked about doing this with. She used to be Valerie Von Voss. One, girl, she looks stunning. But she did the Tortured Poets party, and I did that. That was also at the Plaza Live, and everyone got assigned an era, and this was before Tortured Poets Department had actually come out.
Mhm.
And I got the booking, and they were like, "What era would you want to do?" And I was like, "Can I do the Tortured Poets Department?" And they were like, "The album hasn't come out yet." And I was like, "I don't see an issue." Um, the album came out 1 week before the actual performance happened. I had dancers, we did a whole thing. It was so fun. This was the second time we came back. This was for the Pop to Go party.
Mhm.
It was like a Charlie, Sabrina, Billy, Chapel kind of like mix event. And so I got to come back and I did a whole like dance number ish to Nonsense. I had my own custom Nonsense outro. That shirt was a reveal. It was fun. It was like such a blast.
Well, we have our fifth look. This one. I know what this one is from, but if you want to tell the audience if they don't know.
So this was from the photo shoot of where I got my tattoo. Um, I got the tattoo and I was like, I'm not telling a single fucking soul about this tattoo until I get it photoshopped and get it like get like the good photo. So, both of these pieces are from Amazon. You can tell because the denims don't match, but don't care. Um, good photo. My hair looks great. Um, am I photoshopped in this? Absolutely I am. But girl, what drag queen is it?
I can't tell though. I can like it looks like you literally honestly took a photo shoot. Probably like this looks like a park, but I think it's kind of it looks like Iola to me too.
It was I think it was the Azalea Parks. It was actually the original Sabrina Carpenter photo shoot I did with Alex. We
Mhm.
took it at the same spot. And this was by Clicks by Hales. Love Clicks by Hales. Trust. Hales is amazing. Hales actually did the photo shoot um for the actual dress that I wore at my pageant. She did all the photos and all the photos for the magazine or the newspaper that I printed. Um, love her. I love these photos too. I use these photos all the time, especially when I have like Sabrina Carpenter gigs. Love these.
Well, I love this look. I can tell you that.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it. I love a good double denim.
What about this one?
This one was great. So this was, I look great in this photo, but one, it's heavily photoshopped. Two, fun fact, this was taken after I had just performed with Ginger.
Hmm.
Um, we had just done Florida night. Oh, coffee. We had just done Florida night, and it was like I don't know, whatever. We wanted to do Florida by Taylor Swift because the song had just come out. I was like, girl, Florida, we have to do Florida.
You have to do that song.
And so I called Ginger and I said, Ginger, you better fucking sign up for that open spot stage. You sign up, girl. And she did. And so we took our 4 minute numbers, we combined them to have an 8 minute long mix because we were like, why not do it? We'll just mix our time. If we have a 4 minute limit, we'll just mix and we'll do whatever. So we did like she opened the show, then she left and changed her outfit while I did like a whole second number to Fortnite, which talks about Florida. And then at the end we did Florida, which was like it was fun. I had a great time. I love it. Anyways, this dress actually has the lyrics. It says I love you. It's ruining my life from Fortnite. Um I got this on Etsy. It matches my measurements perfectly. I had to send them in. It's great. This was an expensive dress, but I
How
used
long
it
did it take to
time.
come in?
I think it took about 2.5 months to get.
I know I
Um,
have the same problem with Etsy. Like I ordered I think I ordered a costume off there. It took 3 months to get there, and I'm like, you said 2 weeks.
it was nice though, because I got this and I've been taking photos in it because I was gonna do it this August, but I missed it, so now I'm waiting till this year.
Hmm.
I was gonna do a folklore photo shoot because I bought the folklore dress. And it was from the same people who did this one. And I got both of them within 2.5 months-ish, which not bad at all. I was like, work. I said, hey, like, I think I got this a little before my birthday. And I said, my birthday is July 16th. Is there any way, like, I know that technically it's supposed to come after, but is there any way we could get this before July 16th? And they sent it like end of June. And I was like, worked, but thanks. I was like, thank you. Anyways, love this photo. Great. Oh, and the
Then
set is I forgot what it was for, but it's an old set at the
yeah, I was
Ren.
about to say where was the background at?
It's an old set at the Ren. It's long since gone now. I can't remember what it was for. I remember it was still there around the time that they were doing the brat parties.
Hmm.
But I remember seeing it and I was like, this is a this is a black and white room with a desk and a bunch of books. If this ain't the tortured poets department, I don't know what is. So I called Hales and I said, "Girl, I'm bringing the dress. We have to do a tortured poets department photo shoot in this room. Like this is kind of perfect." And we did.
Well, then we move on. Before I get into the winter looks, let's talk about this one you just sent me.
Yes. This was the first time I did House of Blues. We sold it out. Uh, crazy, crazy. Um, this one was so nice. I got to go with like all of my friends. All of my friends came. Not all of them. I have many, but um There are so many people I wanted to come to this.
Mhm.
This was just like a crazy night. My friend Reese came, my friend Kelsey came, and Megan came, like my entire family came, my friend Amaya did. It was like so insane. And all of these on Instagram, cause Mtology, because her name's Emily. She does most of my wigs, and by most I mean all of my wigs.
Yeah.
Um, I style them the day of, but she's the one who cooks them, dyes them, and like makes them something before she hands them off to me to like kill with a flat iron. And she was backstage. She helped me do this. This was actually my walk around outfit for after, but I did two full numbers. I did Hot to Go and Feminine Phenomenon as a mix, and I
Oh.
did Casual as a second one. And it was so fun. It was like insane. I hadn't performed for a crowd that big.
Mhm.
Um, and it was so fun because I got to do chapel and I tried to bring as much research that I do for Taylor into this. Like it was really such a fun night. Like I remember this one vividly. Ugh, love it.
House
It,
of Blues selling out. I see.
ugh. It really, but as in I've lived in Orlando my entire life. Like I've always been a Florida person. Um, and so like, you know how everyone has their like every performers usually have their like their hometown stage that they go, one day I'm gonna perform there. Um, and that was this one. I was like, holy shit, I'm at the House of Blues.
I think mine has always been House of Blues or Plaza, so I know that's exactly what you mean.
It really like it's insane. You kind of get there and you go, holy shit, this is actually happening.
Well, next up we have.
Oh, and fun fact, my friend Josie from high school made those earrings for me.
Oh, yes, I see the sparkly earrings too.
Ugh.
I know you just recently did this one. I had to pull this one
Oh,
out of the box.
let me tell
We
you
were
something.
just no, the only the like I said, we were talking about this the other day. We were literally talking about this last time I saw you at Mannequins. You doing Rosalina or like Princess Peach one day.
I have always wanted to do this. Like I've always wanted to wear this. And like finally getting to was like a relief. Like I love Mario Party. Like the world doesn't understand. I can say I love Mario Party as much as I say I love Mario Party, but people don't understand how much I like Mario Party until you've played Mario Party with me.
Mhm.
It really gets like it becomes like mind games and like it becomes warfare. Like it's great, and I always play as Rosalina, and I love her. This dress I got on Amazon, I got it the same day that I wore it. Um, it's heavily photoshopped because I know that the day of I should have used an iron on it, and I didn't. Um, but sue me. And um, yeah, I love it. I love Rosalina. Love her till the day I die. And she's not a real person, so I know that she won't get canceled. A saint.
Yeah, I think like this is one of my like favorite like because I saw you step out of your comfort zone with this one too.
Yeah, I feel like well, it's like I don't get to do that much different stuff
Mhm.
sometimes. I kind of am kind of like stuck in this bubble. And it's not that I like hate the bubble, but I love pushing boundaries. I love experimenting. I love doing as much different stuff with my brand and what I do as I possibly can. So an excuse to be this blonde with a bang was
Yeah.
life-changing. Oh,
So, fans, I have a look that Jenda was just telling you about pulled up in my queue. See, get the right one. This one.
oh, I really can't get I sometimes I really look at this look and I go, wow, I made that. Like I got that made. I didn't make it. I'm not that good at sewing, trust. But one, if you would like to go get anything you need made, um
Yeah, I need this newspaper dress from you.
sew project by project in Altamont Springs. Amazing. They were amazing to work with. I worked with them on this dress and I worked with them on the actual performance outfit. And they are so nice. They really understand that it's not just about getting it done fast. It's about the quality.
Mhm.
I talked to them. They were like super friendly about my budget. I told them every single thing that I wanted. And then I said, "This is my budget. If we can't do it, let's this is my idea and let's work into something more affordable." That's where kind of like the black dress under it, that was an original dress that I got from May. Um and it was just so cool. It really, really was like it was just such like when you see like things on Drag Race, for example, and you go, wow, that's like a really crazy custom piece of work. Like that's insane.
Yes.
And as like a normal drag queen, you kind of go like, most drag queens don't have that much money. And you online shop and you go into stores and you kind of make shift and make things your own. But this was my first ever like thing that was made for me from my design, like completely custom. And like I still look at it hangs up in the closet that's not in my room because it's that serious. It's just like this dress really,
Have
really
it in
means
this,
a
you
lot.
just have a secret closet like that. Just like, do not touch this outfit unless we really, really need
Yeah. Like
it.
I'll pull this out again, but it's also not the easiest to perform in. This is for sure a ballad, a park and bark dress.
Hmm.
So, um I want to whip her out again. Love this dress. I'll
I
wear
also
this.
love the hair that you wore with it too.
Thank you so much. I really like I love an up I love an updo, but I don't get to do updos that often because while I love an updo, I love a long blonde wig with a bang more.
See, like I
But
was telling like Mystery the other day, I was like, I feel like with you, Jenda, and Jordan, Celine, y'all can wear human hair, but I will only wear human hair if it's really called for. But I like more big hair. Like you'll never see somewhere without big hair.
yeah, I want to get into bigger hair. I just feel like I'm 5'7", and in normal world that's average height, but in drag
Mhm.
queen world that's the shortest. And when it comes to like drag queen, proportionizing and you got like you have to figure out like what sizes everywhere works for you. I've realized that like smaller wigs fit the proportions I build
Mhm.
better. I want to get into bigger wigs though. I really, really want to do like I really want like big hair that still doesn't like I want to get draggier hair, but
If
I
it
need to figure
were,
out
if
the right
it,
way to
I
do it.
can, I was about to say, a good wig designer mentioning that if you ever go to either Parasitic Wigs, where I get most of my wigs from, or Any Day Now, who I get my other wigs from.
Any day now. Oh my God. Holy shit.
The
Let me tell you.
remember that red one that you just saw me in when I did that photo shoot with Mala
Mm,
Mia?
yeah.
So that one was made by Annie.
Really? That one was made by Annie. That is crazy. Dude, Annie is like so viscerally talented. It's really like look, I met like Annie once. Not once. I've met her multiple times, but I met her once at Mannequins for the first time. And I remember being like, "Holy shit. Like what the fuck where have you been, girl?"
That's what
I
I've been I'm just saying, and I'm just like looking at this list where like she made it on like the list, and I'm like,
I
uh-uh.
just you know
No,
what?
because I was like, wait, on Watermark, I was surprised even you weren't on there
Oh, for what?
for the voting for like the best new breakout artist of like the year.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think it was Annie. I think Altice was on there.
You know what? Can
I think Vivica was on there too.
I think there are so many good like queens. There needs to be more spaces in Orlando. That needs to happen.
Well,
The
that's why I decided to make my own online show.
real.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
we're up to 600. We're up to 607 like followers on the Instagram. We just made 40 subscribers on YouTube today.
that is congratulations, congratulations.
Yeah, I was like, I see how there's not a lot of space. Before I do bring up your last look, I'm gonna say this.
Hmm.
It's posted in the video too, on our page where I'm talking with a lot of drag artists about it. But I wanted to, with Kendall, create a space where it's not only just Orlando artists, but it's artists from all around, like well, we're right now it's all around like America because like time zone and everything.
Mhm.
And like Canada we have as well. But I wanted those artists to have a place they can perform because as I'm hearing from a lot of people, even outside of our state, not that many people have a lot of space they can perform at.
Yeah. I feel like, well, especially with what's going on this year, trust. Um, I feel like so many spaces are like either closing or it's getting harder to like kind of break out. Um, and at literally every single drag queen can relate,
Mhm.
especially like here. I don't know. I really hope that this year there sparks new like opportunities and new spaces. But
And I think
yeah, I
that's
think
why
that's great.
also I want to do the Unholy Encounters interviews too, because I want to give that spotlight to people that I've loved, such as like you. I've done with my auntie.com. I have Natalia coming up. I also have like, for example, Kirk Da Vinci, Katana, I'm still trying to get down to. And then probably in the summer, I want to see if I can get Mystery on here too.
Yeah, great people to interview. Yeah, I love hearing like other perspectives of other drag queens, especially because I feel like this isn't a job you can just like send in a resume for and get like applied. Like you
Yeah.
can't just like apply and hope.
You gotta
Um,
work hard to get
you gotta
work
like put the
hard.
work in and really like invest socially to like have a shot. So it's really, really cool.
Well, Jenda, I have one final look for you. You ready?
I'm excited.
This one, the one you were just talking about.
Let me tell you, this photo goes crazy. My
Let me
thighs in this
zoom it in for
photo.
our fans.
Oh,
Like, that is too much there.
oh. I love this outfit so much. Okay, so I was like, the inspiration behind this was the Reputation bodysuit from the Eras tour, but I was like, I want to give Taylor Swift, I want to give Taylor Swift her flowers, and I want to look a little bit like her, but I want it to be Reputation done by Jenda Envy. I didn't want it to be Taylor Swift doing Taylor Swift. I wanted it to be Jenda Envy doing Taylor Swift. And so, I took inspiration from like anything I could. The shape I took from Sabrina Carpenter's opening outfit in the Short and Sweet tour. Um and I wanted it to feel like I don't know, I just wanted it to read me. And I think a lot of people see this and it reads Taylor Swift, but I do think it also reads very me anyways. I love it. I think it's like
See, and I see you with this, and this is why I thought it wasn't big hair, but it was drag hair that I could tell. That's why I'm like, with like the proportions, the outfit, like everything came together for you with this one.
thank you. I tried to go as like I wanted it to be romantic. I wanted it to be cute. I wanted to do Reputation in a way that still felt like me and the brand that I created. I also like known for a headband. Love a headband.
Yeah.
You can't see it in this photo, but me and Emily, we dyed two streaks in the hair at the top black so that when I tucked my hair behind my ears or I moved, it looked like there was a headband in my hair, but it was really just streaks. Um, there was like a lot of everything had a purpose.
Mhm.
Um, even down to like the reason I picked those tights, and why it was like a floral design was to like allude to dead ass allude to a lyric in the album of like what was the lyric? I used to be poison ivy, but now I'm your daisy. So I was like, oh, it'd be
That
cute to have
one.
like ivy and daisies on the tights. Um, I literally I think that this is probably the most iconic I've ever looked.
Mhm.
Um, it's really hard to top this outfit. Like the gown is amazing. Don't get me wrong. And those are fighting for first place at all times. But there's something just like I look so sexy in this, and I look so powerful in this while also still looking really cute.
That's what I said with this look it made, like, and all of the stuff. Jenda, send me a clip because I do want to show that. Send me just even a small little bit that you can of that like video, and then I will. in post, I will add it to this interview
Oh,
as we're talking about
absolutely.
this look.
Let me see. Oh, I'm gonna find it. Trust.
Don't send me the full one. Just send me like a small clip because I want them to be able to find that like full one and follow you.
Yes, for sure. Let me see if I can find a little I'll find that little clip of them like grabbing onto me on the stairs. Okay, this one's cute. This one, that's a minute. You can cut whatever you want out of that.
Well, that has been named that look, and let's see where I am on our questions. We are actually most of the stuff, as I'm saying it to you, is going to be cut out in post, by the way.
Oh, that's chilling.
Okay, we're on Underworld Portals, and then I have the next game, and then it's just the thank yous at the end.
Okay.
But you know where we are.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's start this section in five, four, three, two. All right, Jenda, let's step through the Underworld Portals for a second. Go
Mhm.
back in time to uncover the story of how you became the queen we know today.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore.
So if you start at the beginning, imagine it, a little drag pop star singing into a karaoke machine. What were you like as a kid, and were you always this creative and full of personality?
Yes. I've always been me. I think um my family is a really I love them so much. As I was a kid, I was always dancing and performing and being me at all times I could. There's a video of me still on the internet of me right after Mean came out,
Mhm.
dancing to it on YouTube. It was beautiful. My mom kind of like by the time I was like one, I hate stereotypes, but thank God I was the stereotype because they could kind of figure out my tea before anyone else did.
Mhm.
So it was it was easier to tell I was gay and, just like who I was. And my mom helped kind of like raise me to be okay with myself by the time I came out and raise my twin brother and my dad to also be okay with it. So that by the time I came out, everyone was like, chill, but they've always been super supportive of like the stuff I wanted to do and the dreams that I have. I was in theater for all 4 years of high school. Was I did costume design throughout all of those years. I won best out of everyone every time. I did makeup competitions. I did drag in high school and I couldn't have done that without my parents' support. Um it, it's really cool. I mean like as a kid, I always said I wanted to be a fashion designer. One, I was going to be a fashion designer fiercely. And then I realized I didn't like sewing that much. And I was like, okay, well, um, and it's funny, my mom goes, part of me thought you were going to be a drag queen, but that's just like a really random option. So, and I was like, fair, but it turned out, um, I don't know. I started in high school. We had open mic every month-ish at every couple months I guess at my high school and would host it in drag. We'd have people come in and sing and do little stuff and then I'd do like a performance at the end and I'd take tips, but all the tips would go back to the theater department. And it was really fun. And then I was 18 my senior year. I started going to Taylor Swift parties. This was like for timeline for like vibe of what the year felt like. This was 2022. So this was Taylor Swift was like Taylor Swift, but this was like
By the way, if you guys are like, she's talking about Lake Howell High School. Yeah, that was actually the next question. So, no, you're
um
good. No,
yeah.
you're good. But
Um
if you're going into it, we're talking about that experience. What was it like for you?
it was the administration was probably like they were so helpful. I think there's so much like there's so much debate about kids and the way drag queens are seen around them and gay people in general and queer people and how, schools are in connection to that. And what's really, really I really appreciate about Lake Howell was that they gave me the opportunity to be myself, figure out who I was, and not feel like I had to change myself in any way.
Yeah.
They were always supportive, and I was always nice. I really didn't try to be that provocative.
Mhm.
I really didn't. And even now, I mean, like, I'm a Taylor Swift drag queen. Like, I'm not that provocative. Imagine me in high school, like, not that crazy. Um, it just it really gave me a perspective, especially as someone who's in a public Florida high school. It was nice to have that many people kind of like back me up.
Yeah.
And that support is fiercely the only reason I'm here.
Mhm.
I won my senior talent show in drag. Like, that was the final thing. And then a week after, I was Gomez in Adam's Family. So it was fun. I kind of got to learn about myself, and I never felt like I had to be ashamed of who I was in school. Um, and when people would try to make me feel like that, I'd go, okay, well, who cares? Not me. Um, I kind of just like stayed in my own bubble and just kind of lived my life as I wanted to and did all the stuff I wanted to. And anyone who wanted to join my bubble was welcomed with open arms. And a lot of the school thought it was like fun and exciting. And I really, really appreciate them. So when I started going to like Taylor Swift parties after classes, um, that's when I started getting into the whole Taylor Swift scene. I'd
Was
seen the
Taylor always
party.
that big inspiration for you?
Taylor Swift's been there since I was 2 years old when her first album dropped. She has a song called Stay Beautiful, sings about a guy named Corey. That's my name out of drag. And I was like, that song is about me for real.
Mhm.
And then as I'd grown up, I'd have Taylor Swift albums every 2 years, just like to get me through my life, the hard times, the good times. Mean is me and my mom's favorite song.
Yeah.
We got,
I
or
love
like
that
our
song.
It's our song. And we pun intended. And we got that as our surprise song on the Eras tour, which fun fact, I skipped my senior prom to go see the Eras tour. If it tells you how long
Hey,
that's been running.
the Eras tour it would have been better for prom than you. That's your senior experience you can take away.
Oh,
Yeah.
trust, it was so much better than prom. Um, but yeah, like I've always been a fan of Taylor Swift. That's why it's kind of nice that I do this because it's not like I have to do the research. I lived through it. So
Yeah.
I know all the songs. You could play any, I'm dead ass, you could throw me on stage and shuffle her entire discography, all 247 songs. And I, any song, I'd know it. And I'd be able to be like, oh, and I can perform. Um, Other than All Too Well 10-minute version, I know all the words, but no one wants to see that. No, that's too long. That's too long. Um, but yeah, when I kind of went to clubs, I did a lip sync battle at a Taylor Swift party. I won it. And then I went to the second Taylor Swift party and I did another lip sync battle. And then by that point, I was like, guys, I'm really good at this. I should do this. And so I texted a company. I said, hey, you're having a Taylor Swift party. Do you want a Taylor Swift drag queen? And the first time I did it, I said, I'll do it for free. I just want to do it. And I got a surprise answer, which was yes. I did that. A couple other Taylor Swift party recruiter. This was 2022. Midnights had just dropped, like we're just on the high of like, holy shit, Taylor Swift. And so I was kind of like just throwing myself at different people, seeing if anyone wanted me, didn't want me, whatever. And then long story short, I'm here. So I've been doing drag for a minute. That's why it's kind of like it's funny because I am only 20, but I've been doing drag for 3 years, which is like 18, but 18.
And I know we
Uh,
talked about it a little bit. I didn't realize you started like after me. I thought we were in the same kind of drag range, but then I had to realize you were also younger than me as well.
yeah, I mean it's like it was really crazy. My last day of high school was the same day as the first time I ever performed with like other drag queens.
Yeah.
Like OTRMB, that day was the same day as my last day of high school. So I had done all of these Taylor Swift gigs up leading up to the first time I did drag at the Ren. And then starting there, I started working with other queens and kind of like building a name for myself. I really tried to like
It
do
makes
all
you
the
look
hard
at it
stuff
like
early.
that's your like first venue you ever performed at, and then you went on.
So that's kind of like the first ever venue I'd performed at with other drag queens.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
The first venue I performed at was the Henel Contemporary.
Mhm.
And then right after that, I performed at where was it? The Abbey in downtown Orlando for Taylor Swift Nights. And I had done a couple of those. Um, and then I did the Ren. And then I then it kind of snowballed after that.
And then you end up winning OTR either one. 10
Hey,
years later,
look,
but here you are.
it's great. It's a great redemption story, or like it's a great arc.
See where we are. We skipped some of these questions because I basically kind of just asked you as we were going on.
Hey, thank you, thank you. Hey, try.
Okay, so out of all performances at OTR, which one stands out as your favorite? Was there a night that truly felt impactful for you?
Do
Do
we
not say OTR, you the one.
can we
Besides
I was
that
about to say, can we
one.
scrap that one? Because that one doesn't count.
Besides
Um,
that one.
I think, oh God, this is a really good one. I think Sabrina Carpenter night has to be a close one.
Mhm.
I think because one, it was two numbers. It was so nice to get booked for Sabrina Carpenter night. I went, oh, the marketing worked. Oh, thank God. I went and I said, I'm such a fan of Sabrina Carpenter. I'm like, thank God I'm a part of this. Like I just need to be a part of it. Um, and it was nice because I don't think anyone saw me coming in with dancers. That was kind of the first time, that was the first time I think, other than like I can do it with the broken heart,
Mhm.
I guess, because I did that one time, but it was the kind of the first time I'd been like kind of cemented my foot down as Jenda Envy, who's gonna like, hey guys, clock your attention. Um, because I brought dancers and I was like, this is gonna be fun. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do Sabrina Carpenter night, I'm not gonna get this night again.
Yeah.
This is not, she is not releasing Short and Sweet again. So I have to take this moment for what it is. Um, and yeah, it was like, I'm so blessed to have done that night. Thank God. Um, but yeah, I think that has to be close. I'm trying to think of any others that would like try to rival that, but I think Short and Sweet was kind of like that girl.
We go Sabrina Carpenter's short and sweet night at OTR. And if we look back on that entire drag journey so far, what has been the most rewarding part as your evolution as a performer?
Um, Superficially, my closet. I have such a nice like wardrobe now. But I think like just like as a person, I'm just really proud of what I've been able to build or create, I guess. Um, like it's taken so much hard work. There's so much new shit I've learned throughout this past like year and 3 years. It's it takes so much work to be a drag queen, and
Yes.
it takes so much work to do all of this stuff. And when I first started doing it, you kind of just you don't know how much work it's going to be. Um, but now that I've done it, it just like, especially seeing where I am now, I'm just there's a lot of obstacles I had to like push through to be able to get to where I am. And I'm so thankful for every single one of those obstacles because getting to the end result wouldn't be as fun or as exhilarating or as important or impactful if the path was like super, super easy. Um, and I'm also super appreciative of every single person I've like met along the way. I am Jenda is so funny because it's like I put on this character, but like I genuinely get to meet so many different people and learn from so many different creatives. And I feel like I'm such a different creative now than I was a year ago, let alone 6 months ago.
Yes.
It's just like, I don't know, I've gone through so much growth. You can tell by my fucking hair, but like, I don't know, I feel like this experience in Jenda and all the hard work has kind of given me the ability to really learn about myself. And
Mhm.
I've always had a clear kind of idea of who I am, but it's helped me polish that and figure out like what do I like? Who am I? What inspires me? What outfits like what represents me? Um and I feel like now I'm at the point where I can't wait to show more people who Jenda is because I
Yes.
don't get the opportunity to be Jenda too often as much as I do to be Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter.
Mhm.
But now that I like get to be Jenda way more, um, I guess I'm just excited to show people like I just have a clear vision of who I am, and I wouldn't have that without all of the hard work and the struggle.
Yes.
So I don't know, I'm just really appreciative of everything.
I think what I'm liking about you is I'm seeing different looks otherwise than I'm seeing you break out of the box is what I meant to say.
Thank you. I hope, I mean, this room doesn't exactly like help my case, but um
No, but that raw like like literally Comic Con like OTR will perform like that performance proves that. Like
yeah.
that's the closest the last time I saw you perform, you did Sabrina Carpenter at Mannequins, and then I saw you do something new, which was out of the box that I haven't seen you do before at OTR Con.
Thank you. I'm so excited. I really like I can't wait to start I can't wait to start pulling out songs that people have never heard before.
Mhm.
I can't wait to be that drag queen. You know, 'cause like I'm as much as I love these women, I am also like, this is a job, gotta be serious. So like, I'll pull out espresso when espresso needs to be brought out. I have to pay for my gas, we're pulling out espresso. But I don't know, I'm happy that I can now pull out like random shit in my discography and be like, hey guys, this is me.
Well,
Like, who
Jenda,
did
it
not
is
know that Brat
time.
was one of my top albums last year?
I can see you doing Charlie.
Like top albums last year. Brat, I think, was like number three of albums last year. And it would have been higher if Sabrina Carpenter and Taylor Swift both didn't drop.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I was so getting ready. I had all my costume prepared. And this was about 2 years ago. Yeah, this was about 2 years ago. Then Lizzo gets canceled. I'm like, fuck. I had the whole outfit already planned. Well, strap back to the drawing board. Luckily, I didn't pay for anything yet, but I was like, that like special really spoke to me with that, and I was like, damn.
Yeah. Special
Well,
was a great album.
and that's why I'm like, see, that's what I was telling Cameron. I'm like, I could have done Lizzo too. I could have done so many things. I'm like, who has not been canceled yet as a music artist?
You know, technically Taylor Swift has, but she came back. We're chilling.
She came back. We haven't heard Lizzo's music in 2 years.
Hey, and wait until the next album drops.
Yes.
We're gonna get Lizzo's reputation.
Well, Jenda, it is time for something fun.
Okay, can't wait.
We know you love Taylor Swift, so let's play a game where you can get to step into her shoes.
Okay,
I'm gonna throw 10 scenarios at you, things Taylor would totally go through, and I want to hear from you as your drag persona would
Oh,
handle them.
okay. What would Jenda Envy do?
So let's see if you're ready to live that Swiftie fantasy.
Can't wait.
Okay, first one on the table. You're dropping your biggest album yet, and fans are
Okay.
camping out for the release. What's the name of the album and how do you celebrate its launch?
Okay. So if no one's allowed to steal this idea, and by steal this idea, I mean, girl, no one's gonna be able to prove if you did or didn't. But my dream album release, I feel like I would do like, okay, if I could ever do an album, I feel like I would want to do in theme. I'd want a themed album. I'd want to do like letters I'd write to people that I love, or like just letters I'd write to people.
Hmm.
I think that would be a fun, just like a fun concept for an album. And like I would want to call it like love letters or something, or like something, whatever. And I would want it to be like very pink and a bunch of envelopes and very like Love Notes by Ariana Grande
I love
perfume. Very that. Um, how would I release it? I think, do you know what would be really funny? In this scenario, I have like millions of fans.
yes.
I would want to do like I'd want to send out like handwritten letters to
Hmm.
people, like promoting the album or like teasing it. Like I'd want to do like a whole thing with like letters. I want to mail fans shit and like,
Just mail fans the love letters.
yeah, like I think it'd be fun. Or like maybe if I like had Taylor Swift budget, like put around a bunch of like mailboxes in like some major city that had like, my name on it or something, and people would be like, "Oh shit," you know. Like I think that'd be really
Send
fun. And
Jenda the love letters. You can also do that too.
yeah, like I I I I think that's where I would go. My first album, if I ever did one, would have to be like pink.
Hmm.
Like it'd have to be
It
pink
would
and
it would
messy.
work for that love letter theme too.
See, see, cooking, cooking.
Okay, so you're on your world tour, but there's a technical mishap during one of your biggest shows. How do you save the moment and keep the crowd hyped?
This is when, okay, this moment has happened to me. This is when you break the fourth wall. When malfunctions happen, the funniest thing to do is to acknowledge them in a funny way.
Hmm.
Like if the mic breaks out, like if the mic stops working, you've seen Taylor Swift like yell into the mic. Like that's funny. You know what I mean? I feel like I would just, if I'm in a room where I don't need a mic and everyone can still hear me, we just start whipping out jokes about the situation. I feel like that's what makes Taylor Swift so successful, is she's so authentic,
Hmm.
and or as authentic as she can be. And I feel like that's the easiest way to respond to something. Just
Yeah.
authentically be like, "Oh shit, the power's out." Fuck. Or like, or something breaks and you go, "Budget," you just kind of like react in the moment. That's what I usually do. I just
React
go,
in a funny way is what I'm hearing.
"Yeah, we'll just make it a bit."
Well, Taylor is known for hiding Easter eggs. Oh, wait, something we just talked about.
Yeah.
In her music videos, if you released a music video, what hidden clues or references would you include for your fans?
Number one, Mario Party would be in it. We'd have Rosalina's wand in the back. I think we'd have Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter paraphernalia everywhere.
Yes.
Um, I think what else? I'd have a couple of my outfits, my favorite things. I'd have like, I don't know, maybe like I would probably just be like my gaming stuff. I'd have my Switch in the back, my Nintendo Switch. It kind of depends on the moment. I feel like Easter eggs are very like topical sometimes.
Hmm.
But in like a general sense, I'd have stuff about maybe my family. I'd have stuff about Mario Party and Mario Kart. And then just like whatever drama I'm going through at that moment in time, we start alluding to it.
Yes.
Yeah, love that.
Speaking about the truth of Jenda's life in that music video.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Why
I
are people
think
so
you know
envious?
what is a good allude to that. Send me Jenda and post send me that sneak peek of that video that you just posted today.
The sneak peek of the video I just posted today.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm
well,
trying to get fans to follow my sister over here.
well, yes.
Yeah.
Um, oh my God. I actually, do you know what's funny about the cover of that video I posted? Very much taken in that coffin in the back of mannequins. Love it. Thank God. Ugh. And I just happen to have blood covered, like be covered in blood. So it was great for I Can Do It with Broken Heart. I just kind of went through my camera roll and it went, yes. Thank God I did that one time in October. It wasn't even Halloween. I just did it.
I think I started being like you. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna start posting my pictures everywhere I go now. I was like, every time I'm in drag, club pictures.
Yeah, I feel like I don't post that often, but I try to take as many photos as I can. It's good to have an archive of stuff. It's good to just like have photos for when you need them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because at some point, like I run out of
See,
photos and I
that's why I
start,
like OTR too, because every time they reset up, it's good photo shoot space.
yes, yes, for sure. And they always have like a nice camera somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss that ring light. I really do.
Yeah. Rain-X and Hales, Saints. Yeah.
Okay, so the media is buzzing about a rumored breakup or new romance. How do you address the rumors while staying true to your brand?
Oh, I we start going in public with him. If I'm okay, one, I don't break like we don't go public with a guy until I'm ready to go public with a guy.
Mhm.
But if I do, we just act like nothing's going on. We be doing anything, and if people want to talk about us, then do it. I feel like we only really talk about it if it gets like serious, but like people can speculate about my love life and her love life, but
TMZ
that doesn't mean I have to listen.
being like, "Oh, did you guys hear about Jenda's new romance? Let's put this in our article online."
Yeah, but like, ain't that the brand? Like Jenda Envy is like so like, but then you start marketing towards people are envious of me. Oh,
Yeah.
now people want to back off.
Okay, so you win Drag Entertainer of the Year and you're handed the mic. What's your acceptance speech like?
Um,
You don't have to say all of it. Just give us a sneak peek of what it would
I'd
have.
give you all like the bullet points would be I think my family, I think my friends, I think the important people in my life. I'd also individually thank Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, have to.
Biggest inspiration. Shout out to Taylor Swift over there.
Hey, shout out for when she sees this. Um, no, I think it would kind of just be like it would be genuine, but it'd be funny.
Hmm.
It'd be I'd you know those good speeches where like you're crying, but then you laugh at the end?
Yes.
Love those. That would kind of be like the vibe I go for. And I just want to like make sure the people who helped or did stuff were seen. It's kind of the thing. Because if I'm winning an award for Drag Entertainer of the Year, God knows it's not just solely me who got there.
So
Yeah.
mentioning your fans, Taylor loves surprising fans with secret songs during concerts. If you had to pick a song to perform as a surprise, what would it be and why?
So, do you know what's actually really fun? At the Hamburger Mary's tribute show, we just updated it, and now we actually have a surprise song section. So we actually get to surprise people with the song every time we do the show.
Really?
So fun. The last time we did it, we did Better Than Revenge as the surprise song. I think if I actually did a surprise song, to me, one, it depends on who's in the audience. I love picking a song for specific people that I know are going to be there so that they react or like they get excited. In a general sense, though, no matter what, I'd pick Mean for my mom for sure. That would be like first choice off the
You gotta
bat.
go back to the roots.
Yeah, I that song goes like way back. My favorite song is Look What You Made Me Do, but in regards to my mom, Mean is like that goes back in
That goes
I
back to like the family memories too. So
yeah. So I think that would probably be my like that would be my surprise song. I wouldn't put Look What You Made Me Do as a surprise song because that would be on the set list.
yeah,
You know, I think another surprise song I would have Call It What You Want, great song by Taylor Swift. I would also have Do you know what I would also have? I would have Opposite by Sabrina Carpenter on there. I'd have now I'm just going through the deep cuts I really like. I'd have
No, you're good because this can answer another question that I have one here.
mhm. I feel like Hard Feelings slash Loveless by Lord. I would have God, I need one more. Deep cut. You know what? I want Tough Guy by Benny on the
Ooh.
list. Great song. Great song. If you've never heard that song, listen to it. And then go listen to Benny's discography. Talented as fuck.
Well, let's see. Let's get that one. Let's go to the last two. So Taylor's fans love when she randomly drops hints on social media. If you took over Instagram for a day, what kind of posts or stories would you share to tease your next big project?
Like if I had Taylor Swift's Instagram account.
Like, okay, so imagine you're like Taylor Swift in this moment. What
Okay.
you already did with like how you did it for OTR,
Okay.
but
Um,
it's your own thing.
how would I tease stuff? I think I would love to like have a cohesive color palette already established on my Instagram account.
Hmm.
And I'd love to like slowly change it into a different one until people notice. Like, I love kind of doing stuff blatantly in people's faces in a way that's like light so they don't notice, but they notice over time. I think it's you kind of have to drum up anticipation for things if you want them to like have as much payoff. And I feel like that's what I would do. I would take it slow, even though I don't want to at all, but I would take it slow. I'd do like say my first album is all pink and then my second album is like all blue.
Hmm.
I think slowly throughout the like if we're doing 2 year album cycles, that like gap year, we start slowly transitioning to blue until people notice. Yeah.
That'd be exciting because I'd be just like, wait, this is pink and now this is blue.
Because then you wouldn't notice and you'd be like, oh shit, like cool. And then in between like pink and blue is purple. So
Hmm.
like then people think the album's gonna be purple and then it slowly turns into blue and then people are like, oh fuck, it's not a purple album, it's blue. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of these things, sometimes it depends on like the context of the album and what's happening during them.
Hmm.
I I I feel like as an artist, I'd want to react to what's going on. I'd want to see what the people are saying and be like, okay, yoink.
Getting the audience interaction right there.
Yeah. I love audience and fan interaction. Love
Mentioning
that
fan
shit.
interactions, I have one question that actually brings it up.
Yes.
Superfan shows up to your meet and greet in full cosplay or one of your looks. How do you react and what advice do you give them about pursuing drag or performance?
First, I'm freaking out and then I'm falling on the floor. I think that'd be really fun. If someone came into the room dressed as me, I think I'd freak out. I think that'd be so funny. I think that'd be so iconic. And then I'm taking a photo with them, obviously. If I gave them advice on starting drag, I'd say don't give up and don't look too far in the future.
Hmm.
It's not worth it. Don't have a long-term goal for sure. Everyone needs a long-term goal. But work at your drag slowly. Polish specific parts of your drag and really like hone in those crafts. Don't, there's so many different facets to drag that it can be really overwhelming to do everything. If you're struggling with makeup, just focus on makeup for a second and just do that. Like I I'm never kind of thinking about what I'm going to do in December of this year.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what's my next project and I don't look any farther past that. I think, oh, I have a photo shoot this week. We're only looking forward into the future to see that photo shoot. Like, if you work on impactful and important short-term goals and you put your effort towards them, short term, whether it's a week or it's a month, but if you really like kind of work on short-term goals and continue working at it and continue putting your best towards it, those small-term goals will send you down a path to find whatever long-term goal you want. Honestly, I don't know what I want the rest of my life to be. I don't know. I'm 20. I have so many more years until I turn 1989. Like I really have to kind of like I don't know, I think trying to figure out what I'm going to do later in my life would stress me out. I don't know. AI is new within the last like 5 years, and we
Yeah, I've
didn't
been
see that
hearing reports
coming.
AI plans to take over the entertainment field, and I'm just like,
It's like anything could
okay,
happen.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna take today, I'm gonna take tomorrow, and I'm gonna take this week with what it is.
hmm
And I'm gonna let my future. I'm gonna let future me figure out what future me is gonna figure out. Um, and if I like every single step of where I'm going, I know I'm gonna like the end result, you know?
Yes. Well, Jenda, I'm gonna say, mentioning that was the last question, but I'm gonna say this to you.
Okay.
You've already accomplished so much, and I know that this is just the beginning. It's been an absolute pleasure talking with you today. Not only do I love you as a sister, seeing you dominate at OTR, I cannot wait to see the future for you. And you
Thank
will
you.
always, I'm going to say this, you're always going to be the one, not only to me, but other people that get inspired by you. So congratulations, girl.
Thank you so much, Diva. That really does mean a lot. Trust,
That's
I'm
what I was trying
so
to
much.
write down. I was trying to write like that part down. I was trying to like be like, what do I want to say?
Yeah, that really means a lot. Thank you so much. Trust, this year I'm gonna do so much shit, and you're gonna be like, wow, she really did deserve that one, huh?
Like I said, whenever I see like you, Kalia, and Cinch, I feel like you guys are like kind of like my Sex and the City girls, and I'm just like,
I feel like
because I missed you guys at Mannequins the last few times, and I'm just like, I'm here just with
I should be
treat.
on mannequins this week. You know what? If in the context, I've always said that I'm in real life, I'm probably a Samantha,
hmm
but in the context of like those
I
campaigns
see. If we're looking at us four, I see you totally as Carrie,
as Harry.
Carrie, Carrie Bradshaw.
Oh, I thought you said Harry. I was like,
No, like
those.
Carrie, like who Sarah Jessica Parker
Yes,
plays.
yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Love. I'll take Carrie for sure. I was gonna say, God, what's her name? Who the redhead? She's not a redhead.
Miranda,
Not Miranda. The other one,
the lawyer, or are you talking about the Jew?
the Jew.
That's Charlotte.
Charlotte. See, I was thinking I was gonna be Charlotte, but girl. I'll take Carrie. Mama, thanks for Carrie, guys.
Well, I'm gonna say before we officially say goodbye, can you tell everyone? I know I'm gonna be tagging all the links here, and you can see sneak peeks of Jenda's videos during our interview as well. But can you tell everyone where they can follow you so they don't miss a single second of all this drag that you're creating?
Yeah, every place that you can find me is gonna be Jenda Envy on literally everything. I've yoinked that fucking handle before anyone else could steal it. Um, Everything's Jenda Envy with the J, not a G. And if TikTok isn't banned within the next like 2 months, then TikTok is Jenda Envy with a 13 at the end. Um,
And I'll
but
be tagging that all for you guys fans below, as well as like, yeah, all the links that Jenda sends me, honestly.
yeah, everything's under Jenda Envy. I'm really easy to find.
Well, thank you guys for watching the special episode of Unholy Encounters. Thank you to Jenda again. And we love you. We see you, and we'll catch you next time. Stay spooky, fans.
Bye, Diva.